Hi, everybody. So I have Gold Consultant and Evo 100 member Rashana Thomas on here to keep me grounded. I'm going to give you the basic overview. Now, like we talked about last night for some of you, you're done with step one. So you registered or you did your videos and you got certified. You did step two and you finished all your registration for the top 10 or 11 vendors that your sponsor gave you on the cheat sheet. So now where do I go from here? There's a number of things that you actually can do. If you're wanting to get into finding your niche, on the Travel Squad team page, we have the Travel Agent Academy and the Travel Agent University, where you'll be able to go through, if you type either one of those in the chat box, or in the chat box, Lord, in the search box on the team page, you'll be able to find both of those websites, and you can start learning either Bahamas, Grand Cayman, anywhere that you see on there. Those are free. You can learn about those properties. She is very certified in a lot of the Florida, different properties in Florida, all over, from every city in Florida you can think of. I'm like, if you give me another certificate from Florida, I'm going to scream. But that's her choice. That's what she chooses to do. Today we're going to go over how to use Taap, Expedia Taap, and we're going to show you a few things in your back office. Carnival and Vacation Express. Now, yes, there's a lot more on your cheat sheet, but those are the ones that are basically that we use day to day for a lot of different things. So we're going to go over those first. Rashana, you fell asleep on me yet?
Nope, I'm here.
All right, so keep me grounded. If I miss something or you want me to tell them about something else, let me know.
All right, I will.
So you guys obviously have been here before. You did your PTA training already. You went in and ordered your pay card. It was on the cheat sheet also. Where we're going to go right now is we're going to go to Evolution Perks, because when you get in, you hear all the perks before you signed up, and when you get in, you forget about them. So we're going to go to Evolution Perks. In here, we're going to go discount directory first. Now, when this pulls up, yours will look different from mine. Especially a lot of people that live in bigger cities. We're a little small town, so it looks like Papa John's is all they're going to offer me. But what we're interested in, this is where, like Rashana has talked about, getting her oil changes. She's a foodie, so all of her discounts on these, you guys can do this from your phone and screenshot the deals and use them. Where I want to go to is, if you don't see this movie banner that you see right here, you'll see the roller coaster banner. You can click on that. In here, this is where you're going to see, you get to choose your city, your movie theater discount tickets that we showed you guys in the travel party before you started, or the video that you got to see. This is your theme park attraction tickets, concert and shows, water park tickets, all different types of things that you can see. Now, this is one of those for you, or if you want to upsell, which you can get back with your sponsor and they can teach you, or you can ask us on the Travel Squad page on how to upsell. But this is a lot of different perks that people forget about. So that's how you get there. We're going to go back and we're going to look at TaxBot. Talk about TaxBot all the time. This is super dope because the app, it will take you to get started. So on this app, you're able to link a credit card that you use, take a picture of your receipt, turn it in. This is for all your tax deductions. And it also tracks your mileage. It shows you everything. When I signed up, they give you, I don't know, Rashonda, does it give you weekly videos or monthly? I know that I have like 3 videos so far since we did it for the new year. So maybe it is monthly. Either way.
I think it is monthly. Yeah.
Or if something new comes out, they'll give you another video to your email. It's really dope. So you're not stuck looking at how to do it alone. You click get started, and that's where you're going to get it for $4.99 a month, or you're going to get it $60 for the whole year. The rest I'll let you play with, the nightclubs and different things. We're going to go on over to Taap. Expedia Taap. So like I try to tell you guys, if you're doing it from the same laptop or tablet, you guys can save your passwords to your computer that you use all the time. So it's set. You don't have to type it in every time. So here we are. We are on Expedia Taap. So overview of this. If you're looking for hotels, bundle deals like hotels and flights that stand alone, cars, things to do. this is where you're going to go, especially for like last minute or somebody that doesn't need a deposit option. We can do these. So let's just say that we're going to want to find a house in Orlando. We did this last night, huh? A house in Orlando. And these are the dates. So we're going to search. I kept it at 2 people for a house. And the reason I keep it at 2 people for a house, because you'll be able to see on the filters here in a second. Now, right now, it's looking just for hotels. That's what you're going to see. When you come into here, it's going to show you the featured first. So basically the featured for that time that is either got a discount or includes breakfast or whatever. You got your price. If I click on this, we'll show the price lowest to highest, distance from downtown on over. Let me move you out of my way real quick. If you click on this, if somebody says property class, they only want VIP or they only want 5-star hotels, they'll give you the highest rating properties they can find for the area that you searched. Over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see your premium again, 5 stars, less your money that they want. Here's your vacation rentals, and that's what we're looking for. Look further down if somebody's looking for closer to Orlando, but not directly in Orlando. There's a lot of filters. So if somebody wants a swimming pool, condo, villa, it doesn't show on here, but like if we were looking Pigeon Forge, you can find your cabins. That'll all be right here in property type. So right now, these are just showing hotels. We want a vacation home, and I want a vacation home with 4+ bedrooms. Remember, I just searched 2 people for the bedroom, because if I have 8 or 10, it may not let me search that. So I kept it at 2, and I'm going to filter out right now. It's going to give me anything in the area that has 4 bedrooms or more. Let me scroll back up. Okay, so it's giving me the distance from Orlando. So I'm 11 miles, 4 bedrooms. This one's close to Universal. That'll be dope for 5. Let me see. If you want to see what it looks like, these little pictures right here, we're going to click on that. Oh, it doesn't give me any pictures. Don't you hate that, Rashana? Let's look at this.
I hate it because it's like it's crazy. I'll be like, man, give me some pictures.
This one doesn't either. I hate those. This one's true. Yay, I like pictures.
That one's actually nice.
Yep,
looks good.
So you can go through here and see if this meet your client's needs. Let me see if we can find another one. Here's a house. See if we can get pictures of the inside. Yeah, we get 1 picture. I hate that. Well, at least it's a fenced-in, screened-in pool, private pool on this one. That's dope. That would be really sellable. They don't want to show us the inside. This is in a subdivision. But that's how you go through and find your homes or villas. Now, let's do a bundle. Anytime you get so far in and you don't know how to get back to the very beginning, you can always click Expedia Taap in the left-hand corner up here. So flights, I'm going to brief do these. So flights, we already know that we don't get paid off of economy flights that stand alone. You'll have to upsell those. So whatever you find on the flight, make sure you do an upsell for you to get paid. Cars, we get paid usually 6% or higher on the cars. And things to do, they're usually like that's your Disney tickets or anything like that. They're usually 10%. So let's do a bundle. Flight and hotel. Did I do Memphis last night? I don't even remember doing Memphis. Okay, let's do 2 people. I plugged in my St. Louis to Orlando for 2 people, and the dates were already there. You let me forget commission, Rashana.
No, I'm waiting on till you get done.
Okay. Okay, so here's a deal of the day. Again, if you don't know these properties yet, you can click on the photo, or if you like some photos, you can always hit the heart button if they come up. Yeah, that's pretty cheap, buddy. $400. So you can go through these and you can select any one you want. I'm going to select this one so you can see this finished out. So it's going to give me the property so I can select the room type I want. It's a king and a sofa bed. That's what's selected for me, so I'm going to keep it. If I want a studio or a villa, 1 bedroom, separates it. If you want to see some more room types, you can click on that right there. If it is any, it will tell you. 2 bedroom, 3 bedrooms. If you had more people coming in. Past the property down at the bottom, it would give you all the demographics of it, from the location, what's around, is pets allowed. Some people were going to ask, what is the deposit? Usually there is going to be a credit card deposit per stay on every property. Incidentals. So we're going to pick the cheapest one so our price don't go up. Next will be your flights. So you know what you qualified your customer. So you're going to know if they want early morning, late in the afternoon, or whatever. They may not get off to the afternoon. So you're going to be able to pick. But for this, just to show you, I'm going to go through and select this. This is a nonstop flight, so this is good. And nonstop on the way back. That's cool too.
You don't fly Frontier, Val, do you?
Yes, I do. We're going Frontier to El Paso tomorrow.
Oh, you're flying? You're not driving this time?
No, ma'am. So on here, I want you guys to get in the mind frame of like this is a family member, like a sister or brother or mom or dad. So you're responsible for them from the time they leave that airport to the time they return. So if they're not picking up a car, or if they are not familiar with Uber or Lyft, give them an option. Make sure that you have a way for them to get to and from the airport. So most of the vendors will remind you, or Taap will remind you to add transportation to and from your hotel. If you go down, it will be down here, so it will show you. We can just add it. We'll add it for us. Get it. So you can do a private minivan, or you can do an airport shuttle. So airport shuttle means there's going to be more than just them on that airport, and they'll have a stop or two. They might have a stop or two, but it was cheaper, so we're going to add that. So now my final price is $703. That's due today. And $38 is due at the hotel for their resort fee. That's super dope for 2 people. Anyway, so that's how you complete it. The next step is just to finish this out, and then you'll put their names, all their information, their birthday in for their flights, and that's how you finish that out. Let me go back and just do a hotel so you can see. You won't be able to see your commission on a bundle. You will be able to go to reports within 24 hours, and you'll be able to see your commission on, let's have it, the commission real quick. My e-package, this one together, I'll add those two together because it's the same one. So I made $130 on that booking. But if you were just doing a hotel room or just a vacation home or villa, I'm going to show you where you can find it real quick. I'm going back to hotels. And it says show commission, but I want you to be able to see it on the screen. So once I click on this again, just to choose my room type like I did before. So it says show your commission. So you'll be able to see what your commission is for the stay on any room type. So you'll be able to see that. So you'll be able to fill out your commission booking form. And again, if I was to book this, then I would book it and then send them straight over to my, let me show you on here. I'll send them to my Evo travel agent website. I'll send this to them. And once they come to this website, then I'll have them click on this yellow credit card form and have them fill this out. Once they fill this out to me, then I'll get an email and it will email, Archer will get an email also. Now, a lot of you guys will book this and then send them all their flight ticketing number, their itinerary. You'll send them every single thing. I don't do that. I'm one of those, it's booked, and I use Expedia Taap. Here's your total. And I send them to fill out the form for me, and I tell them I'll give them their ticketing. I need it done within the next 24 hours. I will send their airline confirmation numbers and their full itinerary to them once they fill that form out. And then I have no problem. They usually go over and do it right then and there for me. What I miss, Rashana? Or what do I need to add?
Nope, I think you did. I think you hit all the points. Did you show commission like on single things so that they know where that button is?
Yep.
Okay. I think you got everything. Expedia Taap is pretty simple once you get to know it. And
it's one of those, you guys have to learn to use it. Once you get a few quotes, you're going to be a pro at this too. So we're going to go over to Vax. And we're going to put in our IATA number. And then your actual login. Oh, I'm going to show you what it shows up. I don't know why it keeps going to that for me. This is what you'll see when you log in. So to make this super simple for right now, if we wanted to do an in-depth training on, I want to show you guys how to book. So if you guys want training on how to, do every little thing, you'll have to join us on Tuesday evenings, and because we show those. Every Tuesday we have a booking training or Q&A Q&A session. So here is, when you log into Vax, here's your booking engine right here. So if you wanted to use, remember, we have a lot of vendors, suppliers in Vax. Southwest Vacations, American Airlines. A lot of us use FunJet and Southwest, and I use Apple and Travel Impressions. No one is really better than the other. I'm not going to say that, but there's a few differences. Like Southwest has 90% of the time has $160 deposits within 60 days or more. So this is a vendor that we would use if they wanted a deposit option. They didn't want to pay the whole $2,000, $3,000 right now, right? So a lot of us use Southwest because they have a low deposit. FunJet has a lot of options. They're on a higher $200 and up deposits. Travel Impressions are a lot of like tours. They do a lot of destination wedding things like that. And Apple has all of it. So you can really compare. Like if you had somebody with a great budget wanting to go to Jamaica, then you can compare FunJet with Southwest to Travel Impressions if you really wanted to. Or Apple. Why does it keep doing this? Here at the top, this bar at the top, you'll be able to see suppliers from here too. So you'll be able to go to them. Want to see which one to use for if you're playing around in here, what destinations, education, all that stuff. Today, we're going to go through FunJet in Southwest, and we're going to go from St. Louis to Jamaica. So you guys are going to get used to airport codes, these 3 letters. You'll start getting used to those soon. So we're going to go in September. We'll do 16th, and we'll do for 7 nights. And let's say that they have a $2,000 budget, each person. When we're going to Jamaica,
whenever you're ready.
Girl, stop. Okay, first thing that comes up is, again, the hotels. You'll see the flights up there, but we're going to flights next. So just like Expedia Taap, here's some filters. If you wanted adults only, because some people like that. All inclusive, you can click on it, but 9 times out of 10, if you're going to one of these, you're going to see. Down here, this is a little different. So if you had somebody that wanted to go from the dates that we have, but they had family there and they only want to stay at the resort for 3 days, you can have them check in on whatever day and check out maybe on the 19th. Just because they only want a hotel for part of the stay, or maybe they had a timeshare for a part of their stay or whatever, but you can put in your dates down here. This yellow bar, these are all little, in all these hotels, these are all different, and this is dope because they didn't have it last night. These are all different promos that they're running. Anytime you see this yellow bar, that means you're going to get an extra bonus for booking that when they check out. So I want you guys to go to agentbonuscash.com and sign up. Just sign up for that right now, because you'll get a little card in the mail. When your guests check out, they're going to load $30 to your card. So that's a really, really dope feature. So if you see it, agentbonuscash.com, if you want to screenshot that or write it down real quick, then you'll be able just to go do that once you finish watching this video. But that's super dope incentive to have, called a bonus. So we're going to see, we have a $2,000 budget to meet each person. So Secret's Wild Orchid is too high for their blood right now. It's a 5-star. But let's say we want to do, and it's just like Taap. So if you click on the name, you'll be able to pull up pictures of the property and everything you need to know about the property. So here's the photos, and here's all the deals that you can get in the current promos on the expire, and the demographics on the hotel, the amenities, dining. I'm going to accommodations because that's the room types that are available. So, and it shows each room type as it's available and what promos you're getting. So you can say, oh, I'm going to book you this, and I'm going to be able to get you 36% off and all that stuff, right? It's already pre-packaged for you. I'm just showing you this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you one more feature before I pick a room real quick. So I like to give my people options. So if you see right now, I'm going to pick a few rooms. This is $4,000 total. Up here on the side, it gives me my breakdown. It's 2 people, so it comes out to be $2,037. I'm not going to pick that room, but let's just say we're going to find something in their budget. I'm going to click on Create Sales Email. So I'm going to click on it, see nothing happened but preview. But what it did was it opened up these little boxes underneath each property. So I'm going to pick this one. Let's just say I already know these. I already looked at them. I'm choosing the ones that I want my people to have. 0-star. You can choose up to 6. I'm not going to give them that many options. Damn, breathless out. And we're going to choose this one. So I chose my 3. And I'm going to send this over to them. And I'm going to let them choose the property. So I'm going to click on Preview Sales Email because I have my 3 properties that I want them to see. Now, if you look at this and forget, you can always refer back to this video, but you can see the prices on here. I'm taking those off. By taking those off, I click on Show Prices. I'm going to uncheck that. So in here, please contact me with any questions. You can always take this out if you want. I'm going to leave that in there. I would say something like, we have options. Don't worry about the flights. We can change the flights. I just want you guys to choose the property that you think that you guys would want. All 3 of these properties are phenomenal. I couldn't make the decision. I didn't want to make the decision for you. I want you to make the decision for yourself and pick one, and we'll go from there. So when they get this, they're going to be able to see the pictures, and they're going to be able to see everything that you just saw. So they also get the TripAdvisor link. So on the TripAdvisor link, it's going to show them what other people think about that property too. The dope thing about, if you are familiar with TripAdvisor, is that they won't be able to book this on their own. TripAdvisor has a booking engine. They won't be able to see that booking engine. So they have to come back to you. And the other dope thing is that you'll get this same email when they get it. So when you email it, it will automatically go to you. So if they have questions, you can always refer to your email as you're talking to them. So we sent that to them. They came back and said, "Oh, my husband and I love which one did I choose? Iberostar. So we're gonna go to Iberostar, and let me show y'all what it looks like. I heard they have dope food. So we're gonna choose the Ocean View room. No, stop. We need to stay in budget. Let's do an Ocean View room. Nobody wants to go out of town and not see the ocean. See a pool view. I don't want a pool view, but you'll qualify your customers to know what they want. So the next thing is the flights. Here, when you look at these flights, you are going to be able to see how long your layovers are. So you'll also be able to see how much more money it costs. And this one is not as much money. I mean, it doesn't cost anymore. And I'd rather wait an hour and a half or hour and 22 minutes than 2 hours. So I'm going to select this one. Next one. It's a $20 difference. And I don't want to stay 3 hours. So I'm going to choose this one. We're under budget, so we have enough room. So the difference on this one is that in features is where I can add anything I want to add. Transportation has already been added for me. Best price guarantee and the price match plus is on here. So best price guarantee is basically saying I could take it off if you're close to your budget and you didn't want it, you could take it off. But it's just saying that if the price goes down, if the hotel goes down at any point, then we can fill out a form and they will refund us the difference. But in features, this is where I can get rock climbing, anything they have to offer in the area, I can get it. So if ground transportation wasn't on there, then I can click on it and get ground transportation. It's already on there, so we don't need it. So sightseeing. So if I wanted to do zip lining and they had it, then I can go on here. Horseback riding, Bob Marley tours, anything on here within my budget. We're going to do ATV safari. I'm going to check it on my second day for 2 people, and I'm going to add it. Now, I'm still under budget. So I'm going to look at this booking administration right here. This is how much I'm getting paid. $2.99. So I want to up my commission by $100. Add. Now I'm getting $2.89. I close that out. Now I want to print this itinerary to them. So I'm going to email them this itinerary because I have it all built up. And I want them to see it before they pay for it because they're ready to pay. I have it at $1,707 a person. And the deposit it looks about $720. And the final payment is due in August. But I need this deposit lower because remember, Southwest is going to give me a deposit for $160, remember, a person. So I'm going to close out of here. And I'm going to go add trip protection. And this usually works for our Caribbean, like South America countries. It usually works for that. So I'm going to go back to features. Features is already open. And I'm going to add travel protection. It's going to add $140.99 to my total each person. But remember, I was under budget. So I'm okay to add it. So now my budget is, I'm at $1,848 a person. And I'm going to go back to email print itinerary. Now I'm down to $240 a person in 40 whatever cents to book this trip. It's due on this tomorrow, and their final payment is due in August. So we did good, right, Rashana? We did good staying under budget. So now I can email this over.
We did that.
Yeah, I'm going to email this over to them. Put the email in just right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. You can hit save here, or at the very bottom, right here, I can hit save. And so I'm going to put Rashonda Thomas. I'm going to put Thomas. Save my itinerary. Okay, now I can pull this back up if I need to later on. If they call me back and want to add something or take something away. Oh, I thought somebody was about to knock on my door. I was about to get mad. Or if they're ready to book when they call back in, I can pull it back up and hit check out. The component has moved. So if you get this, this is fine. It might be anything, any part of this, and it would tell us if that room is not available. We might have to change the room, whatever. So let's just, for right now, act like we don't have that. So we're going to verify these flights. We have our room. We have our features. Now we have our private, or we have our transportation to and from the airport. Remember, we got to and from because we're in a different country. We are responsible for them. So we want them to get there and someone's picking them up, take them to their property. And then when they're ready to come back, somebody's going to pick them up from their property and take them back to the airport. We don't want them stuck trying to figure it out on their own. We do have travel protection on here. So if they decided not to get it, then we'll decline it. But they have it, so we're good to go. So on here, I know that Rashana's name is Rashana, right? Rashana. And
right. There people like to add a D though.
Yeah, I know.
So it would be helpful.
Rashonda. Are you talking to Rashonda? I'm like, no, I'm talking to Rashonda. Anyway, so we know our passenger's name, right? But I want you to verify this because it will cost you to do a name change. So it's super worth it to read all this back. So I have Rashana. R is in Robert, A is in Apple, S is in Sam, H is in Harry, A is in Apple, U is in Umbrella, N is in Nancy, A is in Apple, right? So read that back to your customer. It doesn't have to be a rush. It doesn't have to be, just this huge ordeal. I want you to make sure that you do it. You need your date of birth, the gender. Let me go down. If they don't have their passports yet, you can always come back into the booking and add it later. If it is a special occasion or they need anything special, put your hotel request in here. Extra pillows, want to be close to somebody else, whatever. Keep your number of payments at 1, just because if you have it to where you schedule your payments, we don't want to schedule payments like this, schedule payment reminders. We don't want to do that. So you guys want to do this with your customers on a personal level. So if I know Rashonda's going to call me on the 2nd of June, July, and August, we're going to do this in 4 payments. I would rather you do that with your customers, because if you miss a scheduled payment or something happens on that payment date, it can cancel. So don't set up payments. So we got all the payment information. Come down here. We're going to accept this, complete the booking. Done. Easy peasy. Guess what happens next? You send them back over to your website. Let me show you. Back over here. Same thing. Go down here to the yellow bar, and it will be back to filling out the form again. Easy. Let's say that you booked it. I'm going to show you what it looks like after booking. I'm going to pull up one of my bookings that we have that we need to pay for like tomorrow. Get this away. I'm going to pull up a booking, and this is going to look like almost as if you just booked it. Of course, I don't know the booking number. Let's do this one. Okay, so let's just say you just put in their credit card information and you filled out everything to a T. This is what the screen you're going to get. You're going to get reservation number, and here's your number. You will have to email the new itinerary back out because it doesn't go automatically. Here's what it looks like after you book it. It's going to be highlighted yellow or blue or any other color. It's going to be a color. Your airline confirmation numbers, everything that you booked before, it's just going to be official now, right? But I would not send this out to them until they send you your credit card authorization form back. So that's what it looks like if you're booking. Now, let's say that you want to compare. We're going to take this a step further and we want to compare. Where are my bookings? Saved itinerary. Yours was this one. I have to go remember which one we did for you. Let me write it down real quick. Or just remember this, Roshana. I know we did Iberostar.
Yeah, we did Iberostar.
I don't remember the dates.
I don't remember the dates. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so the 16th to the 23rd. And we did Rose Hall. Okay, cool. Ocean View Room. Cool. Okay, we're going back to the beginning. And we're going to do Southwest because we're going to compare. Wait, how much was that total? Do you remember? 1,800.
Go back because you keep. Okay.
I think it was 1,848. If it'd give it to me. I'm messing up, y'all. It took something off then. Okay, so we're going to say $1,800. Okay. We're going to Southwest. Come on, stop. St. Louis. Why do I do that every time? Okay. September 16th to the 23rd. All right, let's see if we can get a better price over here or better flights. Might luck up and get some straight through flights.
Yes.
Okay, let's go pick up the same. It's kind of looking expensive over here. It started off at 38. I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat this, pimp. Yeah, we're over in price. 50-minute layover. So for this one, FunJet is looking like right now it's going to be the best one to go. And it was agent bonus cash, wasn't it? The transfers are cheaper. Oh, this included the lounge for free though. Oh, that'd be cool. And free golf. There's some things that we didn't get on the other one. So let's see how much this one is. $160 down without having to put travel protection. And let me explain travel protection a little bit. And you can read on the travel protection exactly what it will give you because FunJet is obviously different from Southwest. I am a huge person that I tell this all the time, and I want you guys to absorb some of these stories because if you're new to the travel industry or if you're just new to doing this period, we don't have any stories to tell yet. So we want you to absorb some of these things so you can pass it on to customers because we don't want them to feel like we're selling them. But at the same time, we want to protect the money at all times. So before my brother had an accident September last year, I would be like, okay, it's not hurricane season. We can cut a corner over here, but not getting trip protection. Everybody's healthy. We're going to go. Right. But when my brother had his accident, he was in the hospital for 31 days. So in that 31 days, nothing mattered. I didn't care what I had on the books. I don't care if I was going to 8 different countries. I wasn't going. I was staying with my brother. So I would have lost all that money. So I tell my customers that in a sense that even though you're healthy as can be, you may have plenty of money. But if you spent $4,000 on a trip, I want to protect the money. So if the vacation or the travel protection covers, if it was a $140, I don't care if it was $200, at least you know that if you had to cancel, you're getting your money back minus the travel protection. So make sure that you read it on here. We're going back to features because remember that's where everything is. This travel protection on here, I think it's a voucher. Receive a full refund less than Southwest travel protection plan cost, and the cost of the flights is issued in the airline credit. Okay, so for this one, they can cancel. They're going to get a refund, everything back but the travel protection to their card, but the cost of the flights they're going to get in the form of a voucher. So you'll be able to read through there and see what it is. This only costs $100.99. So of course, FunJet beat this out. There's a few reasons why we don't even have our ATV ride on here. And they don't have a fee for bags, but you have to look at some of these things. Is this worth it? All that great stuff. So that's how we compare the both of those. What else am I missing, Rosanna?
Show booking administration.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see what it was for this one. Oh, and the commission is hella higher on this one. It was already $100 higher without us even adding the $100. So, you got to look at what's better. What is actually better for the customer and what you actually quoted them for. Okay.
Yeah, I think you got everything with Vax. I think that touched on everything.
All right. Let's.
There is training here.
Huh?
Education.
Yep. There
education.
Is training, but I would rather you go through GJ's training, and it's on the team page also. It's a dummy process. Okay, we're going to Carnival. Doo-doo. So this is so simple. This is super simple, and I know you guys are going to appreciate this video for your newbies because we're going to grow this month. All right, I logged in. I'm going to show you how to do a booking, and we're going to leave it basic for now. So if you have more in-depth questions, you got to join us on Tuesdays, or if I pop in a Q&A session here and there. So if you look at this, booking is over here, your ships, marketing tools if you need to. That training for that free cruise is right here under learn and earn. You can register your bookings on here. So every time you book, down here is the same thing. It's a little quick link. So we're going to create a booking, and we're going to do an individual stateroom. Where are we going, Rashana?
I like the Caribbean. I don't know why. I like going to Caribbean.
Okay, so
I like the Western.
Western? You do want to do Western?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So on here, you're going to have you need the destination or the ship. You do need one of those. Now, a lot of people will come to you and say, I want to leave out of Miami, or we're in the Midwest, so a lot of people from over here want to leave out of New Orleans, so we don't have to get a flight. We could drive straight down 55 and go to New Orleans. So we're going to choose New Orleans, or you want to go Miami. It's your cruise. Which one you want to do?
New Orleans, girl.
New Orleans. Okay.
New Orleans.
If you have a VIFP, that is a very important fun person ID. So if people come to you that's been on a cruise before, you get that number when you take your first cruise. So they give you the number. If you don't have it, you can look it up. Some people want to say, hey, do I have any savings or whatever? Do I have any promos going on right now? You can look it up right here. Other than that, we're going straight on. Leave it all blank. You can put in the state of residency too if you want to. So here's every single cruise leaving out of New Orleans for the date I selected. So for the dates I selected, when you want to go, Rashana? Some people come to you and say, I want to leave out on August 22nd and I want to be back on August 30th. Sometimes it don't work like that. You'll have to find something in that category. It looks like the cheapest.
Let's do August 26th because that's over what's that holiday?
Labor Day.
Yeah.
But it looks like you'll be back before Labor Day. Yeah, we get 2 stops. If you click on, it will tell you what the days. This is a 5-day cruise out of New Orleans, Western Caribbean, and it's going to be Cozumel and Yucatan Progreso. So we're going to click. This is the average price for an ocean view. Girl, you tripping? That's expensive. Oh, that's just a Cozumel. Okay, it's 7 days.
But I want my day.
Right. Okay. Oh, you said 26, didn't you? I did 20. Mm-hmm. My bad. Let me go back. She got me working. I have to go back because I selected the wrong date. Okay, 26. Cool. Yep, 2 stops. Now we're on the Valor, and I'm going on December. Everything that we had before you. Again, you can look at the itinerary here, all that good stuff. And here's your rate codes. So if you look at this, I don't want this to be harder than what you guys are looking at this probably like a deer in headlights. We're going to look at the cheapest one possible, right? So yesterday they had a Blossom sale. Today we don't have that sale on this cruise. So this one looks like it's the cheapest. If you want to know the difference, you can click on the rate code and it will tell you basically about what it is. What's the difference between that one and this one. This one looks like it has $50 deposits per person right now. So for $100 more, you're going to have a lower deposit, but we can compare. So if I click on this and click on this together, then I can compare them too. So are you on the balcony or ocean view?
Give me a balcony.
It's only about $20 more. So we'll probably go with this one. Save and continue. Oh, I'm going to go back. Don't mind me, y'all. I just had to go back for a second. So we chose the early saver one, right? Did we do the
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Early saver.
So we did early saver. The reason I went back is because I want you guys to be able to see the quick quote. So if you know you picked early saver, just click on early saver by itself instead of comparing them. So we're going to do this balcony. And on this quick quote, and the reason you want this quick quote is because it's simple. Remember, we said $50 a person. So they only need $50 a person. It's due by May 3rd. And then the final payment is due June 27th. And it looked like it is about $560. Y'all can do the math. Anyway, so that's what it looks like. Okay, so if I want to add gratuity to this before they see it, and if you want to add vacation protection to this, you can go ahead and add it for both people. Or if you want to do this just to see how much it costs, it's $79. And you can always modify it and take it back off. You don't have to have it. Submit changes, whatever. You can protect their cruise. This is in August. This is active hurricane season time, so I would most definitely put it on there. But this is what we're looking at with gratuity and everything. You can put their email address in right here and send them this quote. If they're ready to book, then you can save and continue. It's going to try to upsell me. We're already at a balcony, so no thank you. So if we come down here, you're looking at this like just choose a room. If you look at the location, it's going to say starboard or it's going to say port. I try to put all my balconies and ocean views on port side, and that is an even number. So any even number that you look at, and the reason I do that because I'm a cruiser, and when I pull up to the ports in Yucatan or Cozumel, I want to be able to see Cozumel. If you put them on the starboard side, then they're going to just see water the whole entire time. They're not, sometimes we pull up to the cruise. I keep saying we pull up. Sometimes we do pull up to Cozumel early, and you can't get off the ship until we pass customs and security checks. So you will be able to look out your room or look out and see what it looks like and how they go to work and just different stuff and explore. So I'd rather see what's going on, right? So if you click on, let's just say we chose this. If you click on it, the diagram will come up. And then you'll be able to see max guest, details on it, the amenities. Here's the images. You can see the floors real quick. Of the room. That's really what it looks like. Actual room. The floor plan, you can see what it looks like. You'll get one lounger and one regular chair. Bathroom, door to come in. Now, if I close out of here, then it will show you exactly where it's at on the ship, or if you want to pick your room. These little dots are connector rooms. So you'll be able to see, if you're trying to get connecting room with somebody else or whatever's left available, you'll be able to see that. So we're going to go ahead and pick that room. I want to select. So here's your numbers. You'll need to put their name, their name, and the date of birth, and all that good stuff in there. So early dining and late dining is the option or unassigned. So you can do early dining, which is usually, I can't remember, 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:15 dining. So where you'll have your designated table every night for dinner. 8:15 is the late one, I believe. I keep getting Royal Caribbean Carnival mixed up. But if you do late, I've gotten a habit of doing late now because we're adventurers. So when we get off the ship, 9 times out of 10, we have to be back by 5:36 or 6:30. And I don't want to have to come back, hurry up and shower, and have to try to meet dinner so I don't lose my table. Because that table was assigned at 8:15 or 8:30 to another family. So I always try to do late. Will give me enough time to shower, change, and sometimes it's elegant night, so I need a little bit more time. You can always cross-reference your dining with another group. If I'm booking one, I can book this and then come back and add dining with a confirmation from another couple or guest that we're doing. And you'll hit save and continue, and that's how you finish this booking out. Super basic, super fun. Rashana, you want me to add something?
Do you want to tell? Yeah, because a lot of them don't. They probably won't know that they have to have successfully booked 10, right? And then so they'll have to call them in.
So once you do this, you will have to call in, or you can add your money to when you go to take the payment. You'll have to add money to the Fun Ship Pay. And it's super simple to do it online, but you can always call it in. If you are not comfortable booking on Carnival anyway, you can call it in at any point. Once you successfully deposit 10 different cabins, then you can put a supplier request form in and get full access. We don't have full access to every single new agent because they're going and doing different things with people's bookings, and we don't want that. So to get full access to the site, you'll have to get 10 bookings done, and then you'll get the full access. Great ad. So I think
you.
let me show you guys one more thing before I let you go. Let me see my Facebook going ham probably. Let me log into Facebook real quick. Please don't pop up with all these messages from people. Where are you at, Travel Squad? So on Travel Squad, there is If you do it from a phone, it looks different. I gotta find it now that I'm doing it. Okay, so here's files. On the phone is different too. Here's all different types of tools that we have, all different types of things. But the number one thing I want you to do, since you're brand new, starting out, is this quote form. And on the quote form, you can screenshot it from your phone. When you did it really just do that? I have to download it. Why does it pull up for me? Let me try to download it. Slow moment. Hold on, please. Where are you at? Here we go. Open. It's gonna open for me? Really? It's gonna drive me nuts.
I'm so sorry.
Open for me. There. Oh my Jesus. Okay, so here's a quote form. And the reason I did this quote form like this is because, let's just say I'm talking to Rashana and I'm brand new. So I can screenshot this and send it to her. I can highlight this and copy this and paste it into her inbox. Hey, answer these questions for me. Or I can get personal. I can look at this and say, I can message over, what's your dates and how many is it? What's the ages? If I know it's her and somebody else, I know they're adults, right? If they have kids, I'll ask the ages. What's the room breakdown? As in, how many beds do you need if I'm going to Jamaica? Like we just looked up, right? Are you guys flying or driving to New Orleans? For wherever you're going, I'm just giving you ideas. What's the budget? This is a huge question. And the reason I'm saying what is your budget is because a lot of you guys are new, so you're going to go click, click, click around and play. And that's absolutely fine. But I don't want you guys to be shocked. I don't want you to just, keep on looking up stuff and people are not booking it. So I want you to ask a budget. So when I looked up that Montego Bay trip just a minute ago, I knew it was $2,000 a person. If I find something within your budget and I know that there are 60 days or more out for a deposit option, can you pay that in full today or do you need a deposit option? If they're going next month, I know I can't get them a deposit option. I'm going to Expedia Taap. If they need a deposit option, I can go to Vax, right? But I need to know, can you pay that in full today? Because now if you can't pay till July 1st, I don't want to look this trip up right now. You know why? Because you can go search around real quick, do a quick quote. But flights change on a daily basis. So we don't want to waste our time with that, right? How soon can you secure payment or deposit? How have you gotten any prices off the internet? We know there is some out there that do. If so, where and how much was it? If I ask you to screenshot what you found, I need you to go all the way out to where you're getting ready to check out. Because if they found a vacation home like we found earlier, you might see it for $208. But when you do $208 by 5 days, that's a little over $1,000. But if you go all the way out, it might cost you $1,500 with deposits and resort fees or cleanup fees, right? So we need them to go all the way out till it's done, till it's ready to check out, and screenshot you that price. It's any question that you can get to know your customer. So I know if it's their wedding or their birthday, what's your favorite color? Do you like
My
chocolate?
favorite color is blue.
Not you.
Oh, I thought you were asking.
No. Crazy. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that the quote form, there is no such thing as overqualifying your customer. And there's nothing that you can't ask them to help with your booking, right? Because look at Rose Hall. If you had a long layover, that free, what do they call it? The free stay at the airport, that's dope. That's like $75 a person. So now there's somewhere to go and somewhere to stay for that layover. Just different things that they can do. So this is just to help guide you on the team page and make sure that you are part of the Travel Squad team page, because that's where a lot of our stuff is on. And I knew Boss Moms. They're laughing at me because I made a mistake on the Boss Moms Live earlier. So anyway, But Travel Squad is the name of our group, and that's where you'll get most of your 100% of your support. So I think that's all. I think I did it. So if you have any other questions, get back to your sponsor, or hit us up on the Travel Squad page, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.